Hey guys, welcome back to the mill. Another beautiful day. We greatly appreciate you tuning in. I'm gonna throw this in there. We may have something before, maybe after. There's been some good news around bearded lumber here lately, and if you don't know about it, we'll probably do a little video special on it and let you know. I'm thoroughly pleased. Anyway, it's a new day, new week. Been kind of a tough week. We had some work out here on the new addition concerning the electrical that took up Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It's Thursday. It's first day this week I've got to fire up the sawmill. We got a huge yellow pine, or excuse me, old growth forest pine on here. We got a big order we got to get, and we're going to go over the how and why and what I'm thinking cutting these logs to meet the customer's needs that of the list he gave me. So hang on, we'll be right back. Okay guys, thanks for tuning in to Bearded Lumber. Matthew and I, my name's Eric by the way, Matthew and I greatly appreciate you watching. I forget, I apologize, you know, I'm running a business and we're doing YouTube as well. I forget that we got hundreds and hundreds of new viewers every week, but my name's Eric Champion. My youngest son, Matthew Champion, he works with me. We try to get all this done in a timely fashion. But you can see behind me here, we got a big pile of logs. The customer dropped these off. Actually a family relative. He dropped them off. Said, man, that's good. Let me write you a check. No. I'll let you know. No, I said, you dropped them off my yard. I'm gonna pay you for them. He said, no, them's for me. Give him a hard time. So they're good looking logs. I'd love to make all 1x10s out of them to sell, but anyway, he's building a retreat for himself up in a different state. He bought some property in, so we're gonna mill this out. He's got a long list of stuff he wants over here, and the goal of today's video is maybe getting you to think what I'm thinking of how to get what the customer wants out of these logs. So I've kind of reviewed the pile. Now his list is not too atrocious. It's only, I think it's 10 2x12s that he wants for stair runners. And they need to be, you know, primo. They need to be the best you can get. So the log I got laid up there, it's within 1 or 2 of being the best log in that pile. So that's why we're gonna start with that. Hang on, we'll go over here and look at the list and kind of review what we're gonna do. So remember what this pile looks like. I don't know how you do it, but I'm so busy. I keep a notepad, and anytime an order comes in, I put it in the pad. It does two good things for me. One, I don't have to remember it, it's written down. And two, it puts it in the order that it comes in. So I like to get things in and get things out in a timely fashion. So if you come in before this guy, if there's no other extenuating circumstances, I'm gonna try to go right down the list and get them out. But anyway, here's the list I wrote down while the customer is here. He wanted 20 full size 2x4s by 16. He wanted 200 1.5 3.5 by 16s. Oh, excuse me. This I've already done that order. That's for a project here at the house. We don't have to worry about that one. But he wanted 200 dimensional 2x4s, 50 dimensional 1x6s or 2x6s, 75 2x8s, and 10 full size 2x12s by 16. Now, ooh, we look close. Now, based on this list, you know, 2x4s are easy to get. 2x6s are just a little less easy to get. Then you got your 2x10s and your 2x12s. So to maximize the usage out of the log, I'm gonna start with this one and get the 2x12s. Once I get 10 top-notch 2x12s, whatever waste I have, I'll try to either get a 2x8, a 2x6, or a 2x4. Once I've satisfied the 2x12s, and this log won't do them all, I'll have to get another one. Once we've satisfied the 2x12s, we'll step down to the 2x8s, and we'll get 75 of those. And we'll try to get, you know, all those first, because you're gonna take the big meat of the log and work it down. And anything that won't make a, you know, a good 9.5, I'll see if we can get a 5.5. If we can't get 5.5, we'll try to get a 3.5. So that's the way I'm thinking, is the biggest board all the way down to the smallest. So when I hog off a flitch, you know, the first flitch is bark. You go underneath that and you take another 1.5 flitch. That's what I'm looking at. Can I get a 9.5, 5.5, or 3.5 to maximize the usage out of his yield out of his logs, as well as we're getting paid for board footage. You know, this order is about 3,600 board feet. That's a good bit of stuff. That's where we're at today. I may even take the frame and square and lay it up there on the log and try to show you what I'm thinking as my cut, because you need to know where you're starting when you cut a log. I mean, if you're just going by whatever boards, it's not that important. Your main focus is to get a flat surface and, you know, get a board off of it, roll it over, get a flat surface, maybe get a board, roll it over, and then work it down from there. This, we're trying to maximize a yield based on, you know, the width and the thickness. But it does take a little thinking to try not to waste good material. This is good material. So, I'm gonna quit talking. I'll get set up over here, maybe get my square out. We'll do a little marking, a little thinking, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, you're looking at the butt end of the log, and this is the smaller of the two ends, just by a little bit. My plan for this log is to get a cut right here, that's about 19 inches off the base. We'll come back in, we'll take another 1.5 inch flitch cut. We'll roll it 90 degrees, and we'll probably square right in here. Then we'll take another 1.5 inch cut, and that's going to leave me about 12.5 inches across here. So by the time we clear that up, at least 12, probably about 12. So that's what, 2, 4. I should yield at least 8 2x12s out of that. Oh, it's full dimension 2x12s. Take that back.
Be 6 of them.
Yeah, 6, maybe 7. It takes a lot of wood. Takes a lot of wood to make a big log, make a big board. So that's my plan there. You know, top waist cut, a flitch cut, turn it over, waist cut, flitch cut, and I'm trying to leave myself, you know, 12 inches across here, and then whatever I can get this way. And like I say, there's probably 6 or 7 good top quality 2x12s. Now, if we get into this log and there's defects, that may affect us too. You know, it don't look like it has any, but you don't know. We're opening up a Christmas present. We hope it's good inside. If it is, we're gonna knock out some good ones. So, like I told you earlier, it's Thursday morning. We hadn't run this thing all week. Let's make some sawdust. Okay guys, that was a beautiful log. I like saw them all day. It yielded great. I thought I could get 6 or 7. We got 6 perfect 2x12s. These are going to be for stair runners, so they need to be real good. There's a couple of knots. He may have to move his treads around a little bit to cut the knots, but these are his logs. So we got 6 full 2x12s, and I got 4 flitches at 1 9/16 inches. I'm actually cutting them at 1 9/16 inches, so they'll dry down to 1.5 inches. So you got to have that in your mind. You know, as you roll, you cut, and then do I need to drop down 2 inches or 1 9/16 inches? Got to have a blueprint in your mind of how you're wanting to saw the log. That can always change based on what you find inside, but we started with a plan. This log went right down there through it. I had one flitch there that just missed making a 2x12 by about 2 feet on that end, had a little bark in it, and I didn't want to give him that for a stair runner, so we'll make a 9.5 out of it. So, that being said, oh, the other upgrade we was talking about, if you've seen the previous video, we got a little red light on our debarker. Matthew and I haven't been happy. I think we're on our 3rd beeper. The beepers don't last. I put the last one on, it didn't last a week and it was quit. So I put 2 LED lights on it, so when it's on and going through the cut, I can see the light, and when I turn it off, it'll go dark. Matthew can see it as well, because the last thing you ever want to do is walk into that debarker. That thing, it'd make a mess of it. But we're going to get us another log loaded up on here. We got a lot to do today. We appreciate you watching. Hang on, we'll be right back. Okay guys, Matthew wanted me to bring you over here to show you the light. If I put this thing in gear and turn the debarker on, there's the light. I can see it clearly in front of my view, and if it's flipped out to the side and you walk in from this side of the mill, you can see it over there running. It don't go off as soon as the power goes off. It will run pretty much until the wheel quits turning, and then that's the end of it. So nice little safety upgrade there. Get the camera to cooperate here. Hang on, we're going for a ride. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about was blade choice. Made it out here in the sunshine. There's lots of different options with this pine. I know some guys that run a 9 degree, they'll run a 10 degree. There's no excuse to run a 4 degree unless you're just having absolute trouble getting over the knots. I have Turbo 7 45s. They're acceptable for this, but I chose to run a Turbo 7, a Wood-Mizer Turbo 7 double hard, 55 thousandths thickness, and I'll tell you why. In our pine around here, the knots can be extremely hard. The 45 thousandths does a great job, but the instant it gets a little bit dull, it'll start to ride over them. So that being said, I can take the 55 and I can run it longer. You know, I'm not gonna run it longer than my 2 hours, 2.5 hours max, or 300 to 500, maybe 600 board feet max. But it will run longer in that cut, sharp, and doing exactly what I want to. And I can push this mill as hard as the motor can take it. I would saw faster, but I'm normally right at the limit of what the horsepower is on this mill. But that's why I chose the 55 thousandths Turbo 7. They're excellent at this. In this species of wood, the cut quality is great, the speed's great, and what I can expect out of the cut, you know, for it moving is excellent. So if you haven't tried one, Wood-Mizer don't recommend it for this small mill. The wheels are a little small as they go around the radius. They won't last as long as a 45 thousandths blade, but I buy the blades and I like the cut quality. And if I get 4 or 5 resharps versus 6, 8, or 10, I'm fine with that, because my goal is quality wood. And if I have to pay a little bit for a blade to do that, I'm perfectly fine with that. So I hear Matthew bring another along. Let's quit talking and get it loaded up. Okay guys, you see Matthew expertly load that log. Now what I was doing, him and I, one or the other, will, between every log, we'll try to blow off the mill. And yeah, it's cleanliness and we like to be clean. But it's specifically because each one of these logs can leave material on the deck. Whether it's bark, sawdust, a little bit of mud. Mud and sap's normally the worst ones because they'll stick. So I can run through there, or Matthew can run down through there with a blower real quick, blow that off. And if there's anything stuck to the bed rails, we can wipe it off real quick, because if you leave a 1/4 inch bark underneath your log, when you saw that last board, you're gonna be a 1/4 inch wrong. So that was the purpose of blowing it off, not just for the cleanliness, but to inspect it, make sure there's nothing there. You see me roll this log. This log is very symmetrical. There was no reason to roll it other than it has a little defect on the head, and let me show that to you. If you can see it, let's try riding a little closer. See this little defect right here? I wanted to make that my first cut, and then when I make my second cut, you know, I'm looking for 12 inches across here. So that's the main reason I rolled that log up. If it hadn't been for that, where he said it was perfect. But got any questions about what we're doing? Drop them in the comments below. I know some of you saw every day, some of you don't. If there's something we're doing you don't understand, let me know. Matthew and I read and answer every comment we get, and we greatly appreciate every one of them. So, enough talking. We got to make some boards move today. Okay, guys, this video got a little long on me, so we're gonna go ahead and end it here. We're nowhere near the end of this order. We got a bunch of other stuff to cut. We'll do another video, but those first 2 logs, 16 footers, yielded 453 board feet. That's a, what, 11. Yeah, actually more than that then, because I miscounted one. That's why we got this app on here. Yeah, sorry about that. Gonna tell you a number, might as well be the right number. So that's 485 board feet. Yeah, 3, 4, 8, yeah. 485 board feet out of those first 2 logs. We had 11 2x10s. He wanted 10s. We had to cut him an extra one. If one of them defects, he'll have a spare. And we got 7 1.5 9.5. So that's good wood. I'd love to cut that every day. You know, we don't get that premium of pine every day, but when we do, we try to enjoy it. Got any questions about this video? How I went through the process of what I was thinking, trying to maximize getting these 2x12s and then getting these 1.5 9.5. We'll continue that in the next logs. We'll be shooting for 1.5 9.5. If it won't make that, we'll lay back to 1.5 5.5, or if it won't do that, maybe a 1.5 3.5. So hope that helps. We appreciate you watching. As always, we appreciate Joe Maine from Industrial Cutting Tools. We buy all our saw blades from them. Great people. If you need any blade help, give Joe a call. His information will be in the description below. Also, shout out to Solomon at Third Beard Fishing. He is my son-in-law, but he does help us out tremendously with all the video editing and advice. It's just up here the other day and left, went back home. But anything else we thinking about, Matthew?
No, not that I know of.
Not, you know, Matthew's got some information. We'll have a different video on it sooner or later. I don't know, it may be out already. We'll find out. But appreciate you watching, guys, and we'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.